feel.
They'll be right back, okay?
No one understands me. No one fucking understands. No one was there.
Hey, Jessica?
Not okay.
Are you Jessica?
Yes, but I'm not okay.
Um, have you heard anything that we
No,
have yet?
is he
Okay.
okay,
We're still
please?
trying to get, we have officers that are down
Is
at the
he
hospital.
stable, please? Please, I just had to watch my life bleed out and fucking stop breathing in my car.
That's what I want to talk to you about. So right now we don't have a status, but we're
I
getting
want to
officers
know if
down
he's
there.
okay, please.
He may be in surgery. We're going to find out
He's
all
not
that
dead.
for you.
He's not dead.
We haven't got the report yet, Jessica, so we're going to find out, okay?
Oh my
He's
God.
in the best capable hands possible, okay?
Let's take a deep breath. You got water? Is there anything else I can get you?
Why in my arm? In my arm.
Yeah, the permanent chocolate coat are
That's mine.
that's your
That's
apartment?
mine. They give it to me.
They do? Who
They
did?
bought me from Bud. It didn't have the insurance, and then my boyfriend just got out of jail because he shot his friend to get to jail, and then he needed paperwork. So
Your
he,
boyfriend?
yeah, he just got out of jail.
My phone went home.
So we're going to contact the house meter people and stuff like that, we're gonna find it all out. She's done. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, God, my stepdaughter's around the corner from my mom, she was freaking my house.
We're going to pay a pretty good deposit for it, I think, for
Ladon, that's how you pronounce it, right?
Yes.
Alright, it's Ladon?
Yes.
Alright, let me get this myself a new piece of paper in here. It's Sampson, right? Sampson?
Yes.
Ladon, what's your date of birth?
1/14/81.
Do you have your own cell?
Yeah.
What's your cell number?
321-371-2768.
Perfect. And you were also living at 3151 South Babcock, number 60? And it's you, Denareus, Jessica, and Tavion.
Mm-hmm.
And Tavion's your son?
Mm-hmm.
And how old is he?
17.
Okay. And how long have you guys been living in that Babcock Street?
Since like October or November of last year.
So almost a year now.
Yeah.
Now, I don't like to take a lot of notes because I like to talk to you directly,
Mm-hmm.
but occasionally I will about key things, or like for instance, the time, the date. I like to write it down here so I don't forget. So I will try to mostly keep my attention on you, but if I look down or I'm taking anything down, I'm not ignoring you. I am just trying to keep up with you. So right now it's 10:50. Well, first I want to start by saying that I'm sure you've been under a lot of stress right now. So, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you heard anything from anybody about the status at all?
No.
You haven't heard anything? Okay. I'm Denareus, right? That's the one who's stabbed.
Yes, I'm good.
So we're going to try to get an update and everything. We got officers that are out there, and I know Jessica was asking as well. So we'll try to get all that for you. And when we're done here, we're going to arrange for you, and we'll figure something out. Because right now we got people processing the apartment and stuff.
Okay.
But you got here, the police officer drove you here, right? You didn't have any ride or anything,
No.
right? But you're not under arrest. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. You came on to talk to me on your free will, your own free will. Okay. All right. Can you do me a favor, LaDonna? I'm gonna do the formalities, just swear you in. I just ask that you be honest and tell the truth throughout our interview, okay? Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. So let's start out with, and I had already gone through this, but Denareus, that's the man who was stabbed this evening. Jessica, their boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yes.
You're LaDon, and then Tavion. You all live in that apartment together. Where do you and your son
sleep in the living room?
In the living room. And Denareus and Jessica, they sleep in that back bedroom.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't have to obviously get into details. You know why the police showed up there. Denareus got stabbed, so I wanted to talk about the incident that happened this evening. So let's go. The best way I say is go back. What started all this? Like, go to the beginning about.
We don't know. I was in the living room. We were sitting in the living room. They were playing the game. Him and his two friends. They were playing the game, and
Your son and the two friends.
we heard her screaming. So I got up and I went in and I seen what's wrong with her, and he was on top of her choking her. And
Denareus was on top of Jessica choking her.
He was choking her, and she was like, she can't even breathe, she can't see, something that matter. I was trying to get him off of. So my son came in trying to get him off of her.
When you actually walked in, was he on? He was on top of her, grabbing her neck.
Yes.
And was Jessica crying, yelling, screaming?
Yes. So he went in the room, and I came out and he asked me. He was like, "What happened? What's going on?" I said, "They ended up fighting." And he went in there and tried to get him off him. And
so you went in first, hearing the screaming.
Yeah.
And when you went in, Denareus was on top of Jessica.
Yeah.
Where were they? Where was Jessica at, and where was he at?
They was on the bed.
On the bed. Okay. He was on top of her.
Yeah.
And then you left.
I went back outside the front, they door.
Okay.
Back to the living room. He was like, "What's going on?" I keep hearing her scream. I was like, "Yeah," because he ended up choking her. And then that's when he got up and tried to go in there to proceed to get her off him, and they ended up fighting.
Were you, when they started fighting, that happened in the bedroom? It started in the bedroom?
They was fighting in the bedroom, yeah.
Did you walk in there when they were fighting?
Yeah, and I tried to get them off, and then that's when they pushed me into the closet door.
Okay.
I got pushed into the closet door, and they kept proceeding to fight, and I was trying to get up. So when I did make it up, I was trying to break them up. Next thing I know, I turned around, I just seen him bleeding.
So when they were fighting though, they were fighting in the bed. It started in the bedroom. Did
Yeah.
they carry out into the living room?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long did this last for?
It was about we got about a couple of minutes.
Couple minutes. Where was Jessica when this fighting was happening?
I think she ran back to the room.
Okay. Did she ever go out when this happened? Did she go outside?
No, she didn't go outside.
She was in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And they started fighting. And then when you saw them fighting,
we both tried to break them up, and they were both like just trying to really, neither one of us could get them up.
did you see who was getting the best of the other?
He was getting the best of my son.
Of your son.
And then that's when they fell on the ground and he was choking him.
Who was choking who?
Denareus was choking Tavion.
Okay.
So after that, after he was choking him, then we was trying to get them off. Finally broke them apart,
Okay.
and then that's when everything happened, I guess.
Did you see Tavion go into the kitchen?
I didn't see him.
Okay. There was a pause. They stopped fighting for. How long did they stop fighting for?
Maybe about 2 to 3 minutes, and they went back to fighting.
And then they went back to fighting again. And then what happened?
And then I don't know what happened. When I looked up, I seen that he was bleeding.
Who was bleeding? Denareus.
Yeah.
Where was he bleeding from?
The neck.
On his neck.
Yeah.
And did you see Antavian? Did he have a knife in his hand?
I didn't see no knife.
Okay.
I didn't see him.
What did you do after you saw him bleeding?
I just started hollering and screaming, and I was like, call the police. I was telling her to call the police.
You were telling Jessica to call the police?
Yeah.
And
I was like, just call the police, call the police, call the police. He need help, he need help. And that's it.
okay. Where did you and Antavian go after that?
When I finally looked outside, he was outside the room crying.
Antavian was outside?
Yeah. And then that's when I went over there to him. And I was telling him, I said, I told you this. I was like, this is gonna happen. Like, we should stay out of it.
Yeah. Was those the two boys that were there visiting with your son?
Yeah,
were they still there? Or
no, they was gone. I think they stopped. They probably left when they began to fight.
Did they see them fighting?
I'm not sure.
Do you know what are their names?
I know one name is Honest, and I don't know the other boy.
Honest?
Yeah.
Are they just friends of your son's?
Yeah.
Do they drive a car?
No.
Did they live in the neighborhood? In the apartment complex?
I'm not sure where they live.
Okay. But they weren't there when the stabbing took place?
No.
Okay. Was there anybody else that was out in the living room other than Denareus, Antavian, and you?
No.
Okay. Did you stab Denareus?
No.
So you didn't have a knife at all?
No.
Did you give Antavian a knife?
No.
Okay. You're saying you don't know when he got it?
Yeah, I don't know when.
Do you think he got it when they stopped, that pause?
I'm not sure.
When they stopped fighting? You didn't see him before that though, right?
I didn't see him
Okay.
doing anything, yeah.
And they started fighting again?
I just thought they were still just fighting.
When they started back up again, you said there was a pause, and then they started fighting again.
Yeah.
How long from the time they started fighting again till you noticed that he was stabbed?
I just know there was an argument. It would happen so fast, like a couple of seconds, maybe like a minute, and they went back to fight.
So they're fighting. They take it out in the living room. Where were you when this is happening? Where are you at? Where were you at?
I think I was trying to break them up.
Okay. And at that time, Antavian did not have a knife in his hand.
No.
Did you see anything in Denareus' hands?
No.
Did he have any weapons?
I didn't see, no.
Did you hear, when they were arguing, was anything said between the two?
No, he was just telling him he had friends over and he needed to calm down because they were over there and he was embarrassing him. I think, like, he was embarrassing him.
Antavian was saying this to Denareus?
He was like, you need to calm down.
You need to calm down, you're embarrassing. Did you hear anybody say, I'm gonna kill you?
Oh, no.
Anything? Okay. So they were fighting, you were able to break them up?
No, we
Or
couldn't break
they
them
broke up for a little bit?
Yeah.
You said for
Just
a couple minutes?
Like a couple of split of a second.
Okay.
They broke up.
And then when they started fighting again, how long after they started fighting the second time did you notice or did you realize that Denareus was stabbed?
When I got up and I looked.
Was it like instantly
Like,
when they
when
started
I turned
fighting?
around, I just saw him bleeding.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm trying to. So they're fighting. They stopped for a little bit of time.
Yeah, then they started back fighting.
And then when they started back fighting, was it right at that time you saw or you noticed
No.
he stabbed, or
No.
how long after they started fighting?
Maybe maybe 2-3 minutes.
So they had been fighting for some time,
Yeah.
and then boom, then you realize he stabbed him neck.
Yeah.
Did Antavian tell you that he stabbed him?
No. No, he didn't tell me.
Okay. So what I understand though is when the officer showed up a short time after that, right? You guys were down
Yeah.
in the parking lot.
Yeah,
When the officer came, and the officer came. Obviously, he responded because he was stabbed.
Yeah.
When the officer showed up, I don't know if it was you or if it was your son, said, "I stabbed him,"
Oh.
or he stabbed him.
No, he was like, well, what happened? And I told him, I said, he's upstairs, he stabbed. And then he was like, who stabbed him? And I was like, he stabbed him.
Meaning your son stabbed him.
Yeah.
And that was your belief because they were the only two people that were in there, and he didn't stab himself.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel? I mean, you saw the fight. I can't, speak for him. Do you feel that your son had to stab him? Do you feel that Antavian had to stab him?
Yeah, because he was choking him till he was like almost blacked out.
Okay.
And then they got up and I guess he was,
Do you know how he was, like what position they were in when your son stabbed him? Do you know if they were standing on the ground?
They were standing, I think they were standing.
Okay. And I know things change. In a fight, things go really, really quick. It's not always like the movies you see where, but you feel that Denareus was getting the best of Antavian.
Yes.
How big is Denareus?
He's way bigger than him.
Is he about if you had to guess, how much bigger is Denareus?
Maybe he about.
I mean, look at, is he
He's
our
way
size?
bigger. Yeah, he our size.
Okay. And your son is a smaller guy? Okay. And you felt like he was getting the best of Antavian?
Yes.
But you said you don't know how he got the knife.
No.
Do you think he had it on him the whole time?
No. Because he was in there playing the game.
Okay.
So.
When you were downstairs and then that first officer shows up on scene,
I was just.
there was a knife that was right next to your son.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, there was a knife there, and it was like a steak knife.
Oh, okay.
You know where he would have gotten that?
Probably out the kitchen.
Because when I was talking with Jessica, she said you guys don't have a whole lot. Do you remember having a steak knife with like a wooden handle?
I was cooking, and there might have been a guy cut the onions up with. I'm not sure.
Was there a knife on the counter from you cutting the onions?
Maybe.
Do you remember what did that look like?
I think in the sink. It probably was in the sink or on the counter.
Okay.
Not sure.
Were there any other knives that you remember being out or anywhere else? Where do you guys keep the knives at?
We only have about 1 or 2.
A couple knives. And where do you keep those?
Normally in the dishwasher.
Okay.
But if they're not in the dishwasher, we're using.
Okay. So, but you said you could cutting some onions up for dinner. What were you making for dinner?
Pot roll, chuck rolls, some chicken, rice, and beans.
And that knife you're using to cut up those vegetables and the meat and stuff? And the last, you remember the knife that you were using for that, you had put in the sink? Okay. And that was that the knife that I described with the wooden? It's a small, maybe like a serrated steak knife?
Yeah.
Is that the knife you remember using?
Yeah.
And you think that would probably been the knife? That's what I described it? Okay. So I understand that this is your son, and you obviously you care about him, and you want him to be safe, and he went through a traumatic thing. You went through a traumatic thing to see all this. When the officer got there,
It's not the first time we beaten her up.
Yeah.
It's not the first time. Like, and we always have to be there around to hear it. Like, we don't have no family here to go to see anyone or anything. So we always have to be around when it happens. It's like we can go other places and get away from it.
This was not the first time.
No.
How often has he been involved in a
He's been
dispute?
home like I think 2 weeks now. So he done beat her up like twice since he been home. So I don't know.
Did you see marks on Jessica when you walked into bed?
And she's good at hiding things, so
Okay.
no.
And has he been physical with her in the past? Like beat her?
Yeah, he done beat her up before.
Has Daenerys ever beat Antavian up?
Yeah.
When was that?
They had a fight like when he first got out, and then like they like brothers, so
A couple weeks ago?
always fighting.
They're always fighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he's always trying to tell him what to do or something like that. Or if he's not listening, and it's like he always be like he's not gonna put his hands on him no more, but he ends up doing it.
Okay. Has your son ever got any bruises, marks, or anything serious from the fights with
If
Daenerys?
he did, he had no bruises
Has
that,
he ever,
that I can see.
has your son ever beaten up Daenerys?
No.
Okay. They fight kind of like brothers.
Yeah.
They're pretty close.
Yeah.
This was out of the ordinary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you ever hear Daenerys making any threats to Antavian before this?
No, we just told him like the last thing I heard him say was, "Get the fuck out the room. Get the fuck out my room, man." That was it. And
Okay.
they started fighting.
That's when the fight started.
Yeah.
Went in the bedroom, carried on in the living room. They were fighting for a couple minutes or so. You tried to break them up. There was a pause for a couple minutes.
It's like a couple seconds.
Couple seconds, okay. So they stopped fighting for a couple seconds. Then they were fighting again. And how long after that did you realize that he was stabbed?
By the time I turned around
Okay.
and looked.
And you shouted out for Jessica to call 911.
I think he went in there. I'm not sure. She was coming out, and I don't know where everybody was at.
Did you see Jessica before you left the house, left the apartment, or did you guys leave and then Jessica came out?
No, we didn't leave. I was still in there, the apartment with them too.
Okay.
And then that's when I looked out the door to try to see where he went, and he was downstairs.
Antavian already left. He left after.
Yeah, he was sitting outside.
Okay. All right. And I know I already asked you this, but do you remember seeing that knife at any time?
No.
You never saw it during the fight?
No.
During downstairs when the officer approached you guys?
No.
You don't remember seeing that at all?
No.
And you did not have that knife?
No.
You didn't give him a knife?
No.
You didn't have that on you, right?
No.
Okay. And there was nobody else in that
No.
living room or anything that
No.
could? And you feel like Daenerys was getting the best of Antavian, and you felt like maybe he had to do that.
He was trying to
because of
save
that.
Jessica.
Okay. And you told the officer, when the officer asked what happened, you said your son, Antavian, stabbed him because that's what you thought happened. That's the only explanation.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what Antavian was dressed in?
I just know he had some black jeans.
Okay.
And a sweatshirt.
And what about Daenerys? What was he wearing?
I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. And about how long after the stabbing happened did the first officer show up? When you guys were downstairs, did the first officer show up?
It was like some minutes. It was some minutes.
Some minutes.
Yeah.
Did you guys go anywhere else other
No.
than from the living room down to where the base of
No.
the parking lot there was?
No. No.
All right. Do you guys drive at all? You have a vehicle? No, nobody in that house has a vehicle, right? Okay. Does is Tavian on any medication?
He takes Adderall, 25 extended release.
Is he normally taking it? Is he on it?
I
now,
give
or-
it to him like Monday, Wednesday, and
Okay.
Friday.
And that helps with his
Yeah,
ADHD or
ADHD.
something? Okay. Has he been okay? Having any issues at all?
No, he's been like just his.
Okay. Okay. Anything else that you can think of that happened that we need to know or you think might be helpful for the investigation?
No.
Okay. Is there anything we missed at all?
No.
So just kind of.
I just want to know what's going on with my son.
Okay. I'd like to talk to him if you're okay with that. I think he was talking with the officer as he was waiting here. Like, look, I want to tell you guys what happened, but of course, as a courtesy, I want to ask you if you're okay with that.
Yes.
Is Dad in the picture or is Dad?
Yeah.
He doesn't live in the house though, right? Just comes by every now and then.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna do the same thing. As we're talking with you, we're gonna give him the same respect. Like, look, what happened? Things happen. What caused you to have to do this?
His number is in my phone. I don't know about her.
Okay. Does he have a phone?
He has a phone, but I don't know the number about her.
You don't. What kind of phone is it? Is it an iPhone, Samsung,
it's
an
an
off-brand?
iPhone.
Oh, okay. You know what color case he's got?
Oh, Tavion?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's a black phone.
Okay. And that's a
It's
iPhone?
Yeah, it's an
Okay.
iPhone.
All right. Perfect. Okay. Anything else you can think of, Tim?
What type of phone do you have?
I have an Android.
Is your phone still
Yeah, it's Nokia.
in the apartment?
Yes.
It's a Nokia?
Yeah. Like an Android. Look like an Android.
What color is that?
I got a case on it. It's like beige.
Okay. Where was it?
I'm not sure because Jessica said she grabbed my phone trying to call me.
Okay, you think, sorry, she used your phone to call, you believe? To call 911?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Does Antavion smoke Black and Milds?
Yeah.
Was he smoking a Black and Mild
Yeah.
today, this evening?
I'm not sure.
Because I saw there was a Black Mild and there was a lighter. That was
Oh no, that's my nephew Black Mild.
Denarius?
Yeah.
He smokes those?
Yeah.
Was there anything in any of the boys' hands when they were fighting today? Was there anything in their hands at all?
No.
Nothing. Other than possibly just a knife.
Yeah.
But you don't remember seeing it?
No.
Okay. But yeah, when we talk to your son, we're going to give him the same, obviously, respect that, when we're sitting here just trying to find out, get his side of the story. We don't feel that that an investigation will be complete unless we talk to him. So, but I wanted his courtesy to talk to you first.
How were they fighting? Were they like throwing fists? Were they slapping?
They were throwing fists. They were wrestling. It was just a lot. It was just
Okay. And then you said you got up. Did you happen to fall during?
Yeah, I fell trying to break them up when they was in the room.
Okay. Did it?
I fell into the carpet.
Okay. Did you happen to fall again in the living room at all?
I don't think so. I thought I just turned around. Something. I was doing something. Not sure what I was doing.
Okay. And then is Tavion left or right-handed?
I think he's right-handed.
Right-handed.
So I wanted to ask, did Antavion had some blood on him?
Mm-hmm.
And the blood on
Yes.
there, is that from, who is that from, or where is that from? From Denareus. Is that from, did you touch him or
No,
move him at all?
I fell on the steps.
Okay.
Trying to go downstairs to check on him. And
To check on your son?
Yeah. I
And
fell.
you fell on the stairs?
Yes.
Was there were blood on the stairs?
Yes.
Okay. You didn't fall on him,
No.
and that's not from your son?
No.
But your son had some blood on him too.
Oh, okay.
I was asking you, do you remember seeing
I
blood on
don't
him?
know.
Oh, okay, okay. So I know this is kind of a unusual thing, but we have to collect that evidence. If you don't mind, well, we're going to get you something that you can wear or something you can put on over that, but we're going to have our CSIs that are going to collect that from you, if that's okay with you.
Okay.
Anything else? Did you touch Denareus at all in any way? Nothing. Afterwards, you had told Jessica to call 911. Your son had already went out, and then you followed out after him.
Yeah.
When you fell, there was blood what on the stairs?
On the stairs.
And that's what got
Yeah.
on that. Okay. All right. Okay. Anything else that did your son say anything about that he had to do it? Did he say?
He said he was just tired of him beating on her.
Okay. All right. Did he say anything about stabbing him at all? Like I had to do it,
No.
or he felt like it was self-defense?
No.
Nothing to that. Okay. Just you, based on what you saw, I mean, you believe you didn't see the knife, but you believe that he did it. There'd be no other explanation.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can you do me a favor? Raise your right hand for us. You swear that everything you told us today was the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're gonna have a CSI come in and kind of help. We're gonna have to collect that. We're gonna try to help work on getting you. Right now, we're processing the apartment, so that processing means taking some photos and things. We're gonna try to get it done as quick as possible so you can get back home. But is there somebody that we can call that might be able to for a ride, or do you want an officer? Is there somewhere you can stay? The officer can bring you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can go to my house. This girl I call my sister.
Okay. Let me go. We're gonna go talk to one of our CSIs.
I go back to the restaurant again.
You want to go to your bathroom? Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll have, in the meantime, we'll have the CSI. If you want to, when you're done, we'll have you come right back in here, and then they'll go ahead and get you something to collect on it. Extremely cooperative. So, but for privacy, we'll step aside over here. But yeah, we just wanted to ask her something real quick. This is Brianna. She's one of our CSIs. But yeah, she's gonna go ahead and she's gonna collect your address. But we're gonna step aside for your privacy.
I'm gonna take some pictures though first before I do that.
LaDon, real quick, I wanted to ask you, does Denareus have like a sister, mom, any other family locally here?
No.
Who's the closest family member, like living relative?
Me.
You are? He's got no brothers, sisters, anything?
He got a sister, but they both stay in Miami.
They're down in
His
Miami.
mom and his sisters in
Down in Miami.
Miami.
What is mom's name?
Alicia Ellick.
Alicia, how do you spell that?
I'm not sure.
Alicia.
Alicia Ellick.
Is she your sister? Or?
Yeah, Ellick.
And Alicia, you think it's Alyssia?
ALICIA maybe, or something like that?
Alicia.
That's his biological mom?
Yeah.
And she's out of Miami?
Yeah.
Do you know, you have a phone number for her?
No, wasn't on talk like that.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna let her do her thing. And his sister, what's her sister's name?
Joe Stephanie Ellick.
What is it, Joe?
Stephanie.
Oh, Stephanie.
I'm just gonna take a picture of your front really fast. The flash is bright.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know. Oop, I don't know why my camera's doing that. And then if you can turn, I just want to get the back too. Okay. I'm just gonna photograph where the blood is really fast while it's still on you. Alright, thank you. So you're gonna have to, I brought you a Tyvek suit to put on. Unfortunately, it's kind of big. We don't really have any. We have larges or smalls. We don't really have anything in between. So, I don't know if you want to start putting it on first. That way you're not really, I know it can be awkward. Yeah, you can sit down. They got little booties on them. Okay. I know you're gonna look ridiculous. We all look ridiculous in those things. And then whenever you want, I can turn it on. You can just put your dress in there. Isn't it great? Good fashion choice. I'll see if they want you to stay in here or if they're gonna